In my books, the Hyundai Santa Fe has always been an SUV that's underlooked, underappreciated, and one of the best SUVs actually available in the market. It's just that nobody really seems to look at it, and I don't understand why. This is the 4th gen Santa Fe. It has got now a facelift, and it's got a new powertrain and a chassis that might make it even more appealing than ever. I'm Adam Aubrey, and let's get into it and why this is one of the most hidden gem SUVs available in the market right now. The 4th gen Santa Fe was first introduced in 2019. The facelift version, was introduced in September this year. Apart from the updated looks and enhanced interior, the big story here is that now the Santa Fe comes with the hybrid variant. It was launched quietly, which is why if you're not a Hyundai fan, you might not know of its existence. Yes, this is a facelift Santa Fe, although at first impressions it might not look like it. It actually is, and a lot has been changed even though it might not look like it. Starting with the front. Yes, usually we'd have the headlights stacked here. Now they've moved it up here with the grille to give it a more broader appearance. Not only is the grille now larger than ever, it's been given this dark chrome finish, and I think it sets off a good balance between elegance and sporty. Just like most Hyundai vehicles these days, the daytime running lights are at the top and the lighting cluster here is here in the middle. It used to be down here, and I think they moved it here in the middle because they just wanted to give this car a really broad appearance at the front, and I like it. It gives it a real big road presence, and when you look at it from a rear view mirror, you think, wow, what car is that? It looks really mighty. Just like the front, where it might not seem like it, the rear too has been given a facelift. Now you've got this taillight bar connecting the two taillights. Also, the diffuser is now wider than before, thanks to the move of the reflectors from here to the middle part here. So this is Hyundai saying that we're trying to keep in line with this car's horizontal design element. It really gives it a good stance. Whether you look at it from the front or the rear, this car looks wide. It doesn't look out of proportion. Some SUVs are just looking a bit tall and not wide. This is an exception. This SUV looks wide from whatever angle you're looking at it. The Hyundai Santa Fe is actually quite a large, boxy SUV, but it doesn't seem like it because Hyundai's designers have cleverly put cuts everywhere in the body of the Santa Fe to give it a really sleek appearance, especially from this side. Yes, it doesn't look boxy, does it? It just looks like a really cool hatchback or something. These 19-inch wheels are shod in 235/55/19 profile tires, and I like that they're not just inside the wheel arch. Something that Hyundai have done very well with the Santa Fe is to make sure that the wheels are flush with the body. Some SUVs, the wheels are just look like they're tucked into the wheel arch, but for the Santa Fe, they look mean, they look wide. Just like the outside, the interior too has been given some new updates to give it an elevated experience. It's all a bit this theme about this Santa Fe, the facelift anyway. It's all about not obvious but good updates. Let's concentrate on this center console here because this is where the update is most obvious. So previously you'd have a gear shifter here, you know, the classical thing. It was just looking really outdated, but thanks to this new panel here, you've really got a really modern appearance in the interior of the Santa Fe now. So the thing that is most obvious is now, like I said, there's no gear shifter here. That's because now you've got this shift by wire gear system here. So you just got 3 buttons: park, drive, neutral and reverse, and that's quite snazzy and modern. So you've also got some shortcut aircon controls, thank God, because you don't have to go operate everything from the infotainment system. So this is the Hybrid Max variant. So you've got a 12.3-inch digital meter cluster here. You've also got this regular infotainment system, also I think brought forward from the Plus or the top variant from the pre-facelift model. This works. It's got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. It's snazzy, it's snappy, everything is quite intuitive, but you know, I don't like infotainment systems with a big bezel, but hey, all that matters is quick, it works, there's no lag. That's all that's important for an infotainment system. Anyway, the 3-tier design concept for the dash, I don't feel that's outdated, so it's still here, but yeah, it looks nice and I really like it, especially because of this center console bit. It's just really spruce it up. Really like it. Okay, now we move on to the family side of the Santa Fe. Also one of its best points. So the Santa Fe is a 7-seater SUV, so welcome to the second row. So yeah, one of the things you're gonna first notice about the Santa Fe, or you might not notice, is that it reclines a lot. Trust me, a lot. So it's really reclining all the way to the back, and wow, really, you feel like you're just lying down on a bed or a really comfy recliner. Also, now you've got a plug point here and 2 USBs. Also, just like the previous version, you've got these Boss switches here, so you can move the seats back and forth and all of that. Also, yeah, you've got armrests here, which previously held the USB points. Now USB ports are just here, so you've just got cup holders. But yeah, the seats at the back here is really good. So what about the third row though? You know, well, if you don't want to be selfish and you want to give some more space for the third row occupants, yep, this seat can be moved. So yeah, if you're feeling like, you know, you want to give them a bit more space, you can move it forward, but if they're not in use, you can push it all the way back and have a lot of leg room. But let me just try something. Okay, so yeah, if you push it all the way to the front, you still got a lot of leg room, which is great, because now I'm going to show you the third row and why this is one of the best SUVs out there for families. Let's get into the back. How do you let people into the third row of the Santa Fe? Well, it is not a very laborious operation. So you've got a small button up here, you just gently press it and voila, the seat moves forwards. I really like this feature. By the way, however, that button is only on the left side of the car, because on the driver's side of the car, it just folds the seats flat and you're gonna have to do some gymnastics to get in. But okay, whatever, at least you've got this really cool operating system here, and I like that. You're just gonna have to ask passengers to get to the third row from the left side of the car. So yeah, this is the third row of the Hyundai Santa Fe, one of also its best points. Another thing is that usually when you put a third row in an SUV, usually it is quite cramped and it's just for kids. But I feel like, you know, you can really sit back here for a very long time. There's also got air conditioning controls here, you've got your own air conditioning vents here, you've got some USB ports here and there, you've got a cup holder, and yeah, I think that this is a good space if you want to bring passengers. Also, like the door, it helps that it opens nearly 90 degrees, so coming into the third row is quite easy, and that space there, usually it is quite cramped for the third row and you have to get in. But yeah, it just all works in this. It's very practical, the Santa Fe. I especially like 7-seater SUV. You might not use it all the time, but if you do, at least you have these seats and people can actually sit back here. I really like this feature. So another reason why I love the Santa Fe is not only because it can carry 7 people comfortably, but because of this. So, ever struggled to load stuff in your car when your hands are full? Check this out. The Hyundai Santa Fe's smart liftgate feature. Just stand near the back with your smart key and the tailgate opens automatically. No buttons, no kicking awkwardly under the bumper. It's perfect for cyclists, juggling gear and bikes. Plus, with just one touch, you can fold down the second row seats. Super handy when you're carrying big items. Plus, with a low lip load, it's easy to put your big heavy bicycle into the SUV. Not to mention luggages for those airport trips. Also, you've got 547 liters of boot space with 5 seats up and up to a massive 1625 liters with all seats down. The Santa Fe is an SUV that pairs up convenience and versatility, and it's such a pleasure to have an SUV to help you carry out your recreational activities on the weekend. Okay, let's get on on to the driving bit. Not only is the Santa Fe practical, it is also good to drive. Okay, I always harp on about ride and handling, well, because that's really important. I mean, you buy a car and if that is not nice, you're gonna hate it. Well, this, oh my god, it really rides like a dream. I really like how it just absorbs all the bumps, how smooth it feels. It's just really nice. I mean, Hyundai is a legacy car maker and they know what they're doing. Also, because of this hybrid powertrain now, my god, you get this sense of like EV-ness in this car. Yeah, okay, once you get up to higher speed, the 1.6 turbo engine just takes over completely and then you start to hear the rumbling and stuff like that. But at lower town speeds, here, they're showing EV mode there and you're just quietly whizzing along, just serene experience, which is what you want in the city anyway. But then if you're out on the open road, you can still handle. This is a big SUV and wow, I just really like the balance that Hyundai has provided in the Hyundai Santa Fe. Also, like, you know, usually in SUVs, the handling, the steering, the throttle response, it's not to liking because it's an SUV and, you know, they've prioritized comfort above all else. But in this, it's just in tune. Everything just works really, really well. I like how the steering is when it's low speed, it's like light, and then when it goes up to higher speed, it gets heavier. But yeah, the steering feel, oh my, you just feel like you're just driving a really premium car. And look at it, just going over speed humps. Wow, it just does it with such poise, control, and there's no drama here. It's just for you to be comfortable. I tried it with 7 people. Yes, then the suspension becomes a bit stiffer because it's like you got all that weight. But when you're alone, this is good. When you've got 5 people, this is good. But only when you drive with 7 people and it's very, very heavy, full of occupants, then yeah, the suspension becomes a bit stiffer. But generally, I think this is a all-wheel drive vehicle, so yeah, you don't need to worry about going off-road and stuff like that. It should be okay. So in the previous Santa Fe, it was already noted that the NVH levels in the Santa Fe is quite good. But now, because of this new chassis, which they say provides more comfort, I think that wow, it's just really elevated. Yes, you might just think, yeah, the facelift has only got small tweaks at the front, small tweaks at the rear, and you've got this new powertrain, the hybrid powertrain. But no, the chassis is new too. It's got the chassis of the newer Santa Fe that we're not getting right now anyway. But because I think you're not getting that newer Santa Fe, you know, that boxy looking van, lorry looking thing, is because I think it's not to our taste. So I think they've decided to locally assemble this Santa Fe, the facelift version, because I think it suits Malaysian taste better. I mean, in a lot of SUVs, like example the X70, I never liked the seating position. It is quite high up. I mean, yeah, in a lot of Chinese SUVs anyway, you just get that. But I think legacy automakers, the example Santa Fe, they know how to make better seating positions. It's just really comfortable and the seats are so supportive. They've got like bolstering here at the side, so if you're going around bendy corners and stuff, you are quite planted in your seat. But above all, what I really like about the new hybrid Santa Fe is that, yeah, at lower speeds, you've just got this EV serene experience. I mean, since driving EVs, experiencing EVs, I think I miss that point from like a normal ICE vehicle. You know, that serene quietness, there's no vibrations, nothing in here. I like that. So what's the middle ground? A hybrid. So a hybrid this good coupled with a good NVH, yeah, you're gonna get this EV experience, and I like that. Also, the torque, oh my god, in this car, you'll never want to know or be looking like, oh, how much torque does it have? Just trust me when I say, yeah, it's got good amounts of torque, and yeah, you're gonna pretty much whiz here and there and everywhere. Anyway, if you want to know how much performance this SUV has, well, it's got 230 PS and 350 Newton meters of torque coming from that 1.6 turbo engine coupled with the hybrid system. Also, another thing I like in the Santa Fe is the adaptive cruise control. I find that adaptive cruise control, it's very useful in heavy traffic situations where you stop and go and stuff like that. And sometimes the adaptive cruise control, wow, it's just too aggressive. What I mean is either accelerates aggressively and brakes aggressively. But in this Santa Fe, they've got it tuned perfectly. What I mean by that is it just smoothly goes into acceleration and slowly slows down. So yeah, it is usable in this and you feel like you can trust it. Anyway, this is going to be a family SUV. You're going to buy this, you're going to be mostly ferrying your family around everywhere, going on adventures, and in this you can. And I think what is most important in this SUV is the level of comfort, the level of noise that's not apparent in the cabin. Even when you travel fast, it's just really quiet in here. And I think if you're going to be traveling across the country, going everywhere, weekly drives, daily drives, school runs, anything, any situation, I feel the Santa Fe will put a smile on your face and you won't feel tired. NVH is quite an important thing. Try driving a very economical car which doesn't have good NVH. At the end of the day, you feel tired. But in this, with good NVH, now with that electric kind of EV feel, boy, you just feel relaxed in here. So if you're looking for an SUV that's comfortable, good NVH, can carry 7 people comfortably, can carry your bicycle comfortably, make your life easy trying to get the bicycle in and out of your car, this Hyundai Santa Fe is such a hidden gem. It's such a shame that it's overlooked. Yes, okay, its price is around 215,000 ringgit, but yeah, I think it's worth it. It's value for money. I mean, of course, the Honda CR-V Hybrid has better fuel consumption compared to this 1.6 hybrid combo, but still Hyundai says it can get up to 1,000 kilometers. I managed to get 800, but that's because I was driving it like a normal person, not someone that's trying to maximize on fuel efficiency. So if you're looking for an SUV that's got it all, you should definitely go try this out. Go try it out, trust me, thank me later. I'm Adam Aubrey, till the next one, see you again.